Quitting is easy. In fact, most people quit way too soon, and that's why the world never remembers their names. I don't quit. Not when rockets explode. Not when Tesla was weeks from bankruptcy. Not when the entire stock market wanted me to fail. You know, if you made a list of all my mistakes, all my failures, all the times I've been wrong, you'd probably think I'm the worst guy on earth. Honestly, it wouldn't look good. But here's the thing. Life isn't about a perfect record. It's about what you create, what you contribute, and whether at the end of the day you've pushed humanity forward. So if you've ever thought about quitting, stay with me until the end, because I'll show you why quitting is the fastest way to guarantee failure, and why pushing through is the only chance you have at greatness. And that's what I've been trying to do. Not to be anyone's savior. I don't even like the idea of that. I just don't want the future to suck. Hey, if you're into real down-to-earth money talks and mindset shifts that actually teach you something, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Point 1. Quitting is not the best option. Now people ask me all the time, Elon, why don't you just quit when it gets too hard? But quitting, that's not in my nature. I don't run on optimism or pessimism. I run on necessity. Things either need to get done, or they don't. And if it's important, you keep going, or you die trying. Take Tesla, for example. At one point, it was the most shorted stock in the history of the stock market. Think about that. Entire armies of investors betting billions on us failing. They wanted Tesla to die so badly they could taste it. That made it hard to hire people, hard to convince customers, hard to raise money. It was brutal. But here's the funny part. Most of those short sellers, they lost badly, and Tesla survived. But survival didn't come easy. The Model 3 nearly killed us. Every single part of the production line broke. Batteries, broken. Motors, broken. Paint shop, disaster. Final assembly, a nightmare. For 3 years, 2017, 2018, 2019, I basically lived in our factories in Fremont and Nevada. And when I say lived, I mean literally. I slept on the floor. I ate cold food from vending machines. I ran through the factory like a maniac trying to fix problems. Why? Because the team needed to see that if they were suffering, I was suffering more. If they were exhausted, I was right there next to them. Those were the most painful years of my life. 3 years of pure hell. We were on the ragged edge of bankruptcy almost every day. But we survived. And now, I probably know more about car manufacturing than anyone alive. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to. Point 2. On risk and wealth. People sometimes look at my net worth, whatever it is that week, and say, wow, Elon, you must feel invincible. But the truth, there were so many times I thought I'd lose everything. Starting a car company and a rocket company, it's insane. I gave each less than a 10% chance of survival. So if I had gone bankrupt, fine, whatever. At least I tried. That's what people miss. It's not about being afraid of losing. It's about being afraid of never trying. And by the way, being the richest person doesn't mean much. Do you know who John Law was? He was the richest man in the world 300 years ago. Huge gambler, biggest art collector on earth, and he died bankrupt. So yeah, wealth is temporary. Use it to build. Now a lot of young people ask me, Elon, how can I be like you? My honest answer, don't. It's not as fun as it looks. Starting a company means working from the second you wake up to the second you collapse into bed. It means solving impossible problems, carrying insane stress, and sacrificing almost everything. I wouldn't recommend it for most people, so don't try to be me. Try to be useful. That's my advice. Contribute more than you consume. Leave the world a little better than you found it. Point 3. Philanthropy. People ask about philanthropy. To me, philanthropy is love of humanity. By that definition, Tesla is philanthropy. It's accelerating sustainable energy. SpaceX is philanthropy. It's trying to ensure humanity's survival as a multi-planetary species. Neuralink, the boring company, same story. They're not charities. They're scalable solutions to problems that affect everyone. And here's something practical. Read everything. Read history, science, philosophy, engineering, fiction. Talk to people outside your bubble. Learn from welders, farmers, teachers, artists, coders. The more perspectives you collect, the more tools you have for solving problems. That's how you find your thing, where your skills and your passions overlap. Maybe you're good at something, but you hate doing it. That won't work long term. Find the thing you're good at and enjoy. That's the sweet spot. Point 4. Failure and prediction. When Falcon 1 failed 3 times in a row, people asked me, "Did you ever think of giving up?" No, never. The only way I'd give up is if I were dead or incapacitated. Now sure, I make bad predictions sometimes. I've been way too optimistic. But here's the thing. Eventually those predictions do come true. Maybe later, maybe harder, but they happen. And look, I don't disrupt industries for the sake of disruption. That's pointless. What I ask myself is, what actions give us the best chance at a compelling future? The answer, at least for me, is obvious. A clear path to sustainable energy, humanity becoming multiplanetary, protecting our brains and managing AI, solving traffic and building better cities. If we get those right, then the future will be something we actually want to live in. Finally, don't ask how can I be the next Elon Musk. Ask instead, how can I be useful? And once you've got your answer, don't quit, ever. If this video brought you value or stirred something in you, give it a like, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Videos like this take weeks of research, writing and care to create. Don't just watch and go away. Drop your raw thoughts in the comments section. I'd love to hear what stuck with you the most.